All right, we're just gonna free flow it. So we got. I'm not gonna use the tarot cards. She's so into you. Fly. Flying, pret, flew, flown, to move through air. Let's see. To move through air by force of wind. I'm seeing movement as well, so this could be moving forward. To rise, air, to move rapidly. To pass away. To depart suddenly, to spring, to flutter, to flee from, to cause to float in air. A winged insect, a revolving mechanism to regulate the motion of machinery, light carriage and cab. Okay, so carriage could be Cancerian. This could be like a form of authority as well. Maybe like detective, like energy, somebody that like looks into things with their third eye and is able to see what's going on fully or get the bigger picture of something. To pass away, this could be death energy, death of an ego, or death of a loved one, or just in general. The energy itself could be endings. Winged insect. You could be bothered by certain energies that are around you at this time. It could be a bit of a pester kind of energy. A revolving mechanism to regulate motion of machinery. You yourself could work with machinery, or you could feel like just a cog in the system, like the whole idea of the Matrix. To move in air by force of wind. So it could feel like you're being pushed in a certain direction right now. What else we got? It's always interesting when I look at my little blue book. Pith. The spongy substance in the center of an exogenous plant. The spinal cord or marrow of an animal. Strength or force, energy, an essence. So this could be your own life force, your own energy. You could very well feel like a little bit pulled from other people. Maybe they're pulling on your energy. Marrow. I know a lot of people can get a lot of information out of marrow, and it's used for a lot of medical things, especially in that field. Something to do with the DNA as well. When it comes to any kind of plants, there's a lot of growth to be done. The whole idea of taking in the sun, that energy, the solar energy, and using it to create something. So you could be using your own inner child, your own creativity to actually manifest what it is that you really want here in the 3D. So you take any moment, any frame of mind that's like a positive circumstance, and you kind of use that as your, what do you call that? You use it as your fuel to do whatever it is that you need to do, which is not necessarily a bad thing at all. Take a seat. Maybe you've sat back yourself up on the horse, or you've sat on your throne. It doesn't have to mean like toilet, but your throne in general, where you do your thinking. If you're an authority figure, maybe you've been placed back in high ranking. This could be in the spiritual or 3D. Shave. To cut off the hair from the skin with a razor. You could have recently gone through a transition. There's a phase where most people go through where they will shave off all their hair. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but not everybody gets a good reputation when they do that. To cut off thin slices from. You could felt like you're cut off, especially when it comes to your crown chakra, so maybe you're getting that back. You've done some protection energy work or whatever you needed to do to protect your crown chakra, because that's your energy with source, right? Your crown chakra is supposed to be your connection to source. It's supposed to be what allows you to tap in and get the information that you need. It's not just your third eye. Third eye can give you visions. It can give you clarity and insight. You can use your intuition with that, and it can really help you navigate and make certain decisions. But when it comes to your crown chakra, that's almost like a legacy. That's what's passed down to you too through DNA. So if it's your connection to source, that's where you're going to get a lot of your information, your guidance, your wisdom, your protection. If there's any kind of shaving off or cutting off, you could feel like a little bit of a disconnect, or you could be reconnecting. What else? Cutting off of the beard, a thin slice, exceedingly narrow escape. So whatever happened, you could have just narrowly escaped some sort of betrayal or tower moment. The cutting off of the beard is very symbolic too. Do they do that in Movember? Or they grow one? That would be the opposite. So maybe whatever you're expected to do, you got to do the opposite of it, or you have been doing the opposite of what was expected of you. That could be a form of masking too, because a lot of men wear that feeling that if they remove the beard that they will not be seen a certain way when it comes to respect or anything like that. But that's just superficial. Honestly, if you carry yourself in a certain energetic frequency, you will be getting the respect that you deserve. And it all comes down to whether or not you respect yourself as well, right? Cover. To overspread, to cloak, to secrete, to defend. You could be defending yourself or cloaking yourself at this time. To wrap up, to brood on, to be sufficient. Another word for brood, this one's B-R-O-O-D, but the B-R-O-A-D is another word for collar. So you could have felt bound to something. To be sufficient for, to include, anything spread over another thing. So this could be a smear campaign that was done on you or somebody else. Disguise, shelter. Articles laid at a table for one person. This could be symbolic for you setting the table for yourself. You're eating at your own table. Nobody can join with you, or you have created an abundance that other people could sit with you. Wanting to, the whole idea of shelter too, wanting to feel safe is very important. Wanting to feel safe is very important. Oh, what else you got? Trust yourself. Pectic. Having the property of forming a jelly. Oh, like pectin. That's the whole idea of jello, right? Somebody could be jelly. A little bit jelly. Jelly of your shining light. Jelly of your gifts or abilities. They could be jealous of the fact that you've created something for yourself and you're willing to sit at your own table, but you're not inviting nobody else. P-E-I-C. Earth, I-C. Having the property of forming a jelly. You could have broke the mold, so to speak. That's another thing too, if you know that saying. You broke the mold. Exploit. A deed. A heroic act. A deed of renown. To make use of or to work. At this time, you could just be focusing on yourself, working hard. A deed. Something that's written down with like specifications. A signature. This could be a contract. This could be an ethereal contract, or this could be something that's here in the 3D. Read the fine print. Definitely read the fine print if you're going to be doing that sort of thing. A heroic act. It's interesting how exploit can be under definition of a heroic act. Maybe you have sacrificed something for yourself. You have done something that you needed to do in order to get somewhere higher or further. This doesn't feel like the energy of sacrificing another. Let's hope not the case, but I don't pick up on that. Publish. To make public. To proclaim. To promulgate. To cause to be printed and offered for sale. You could be in that business right now. Maybe you're a publisher and you're getting other people's word out and it's inspired you to do the same for yourself. If there's certain things that you want to write down, like in a journal, definitely advise you to do so. Publish. I know I'm not seeing public, but publish. Maybe you want something to be seen. He's your kind. Bolster. A long pillow, a pad to support with a bolster to hold up to maintain. Automatically, you know those people when they sleep, they hug the pillow. Bond. That which binds, obligation, state of being bonded, a writing by which a person binds himself. In chains, imprisonment, in a servile state, to grant a bond in security for money to store till duty is paid. So there's something that's still left undone. When it comes to another person, there could be a contract that's not quite fulfilled, and you need to go back over that contract, or you need to sit down and go over it with somebody or some peoples. 2 of 2 men. Feeling a pulling on my energy right now. Distinction. 2 distinct. Sean, act of distinguishing, that which distinguishes, difference, elevation of rank in society. Eminence, a title or honor. So like I said, you could be sitting yourself back down on your throne. You don't give 2 fucks. You're able to discern the difference between certain people, certain energies, or maybe what their agenda is, and you're actually making the proper choices going forward. Healthy boundaries are really necessary too. When it comes to working with other people, sometimes you don't really have a choice. It's best to do it as a team, but if it's not going to work out that way, then you're going to have to set your boundaries somehow, or at least distinguish the difference between who's doing what. Chrysanthemum. Oh. Get mum, obviously. The name of numerous composite plants. Chrysanthemums, there's a meaning for that. Where are you? A white chrysanthemum? Do they come in different colors? I don't know. Chrysanthemums. I know I should have that in here. Let's see. Emotional. Yin and yang. Chrysanthemum. Earth. Where are you? Be patient. Focus. Violet. Hermit mode. That means go within. Neptune. Believe in yourself, your authentic self. Purpose change. Where are my flowers? Here we go. Do we have chrysanthemum? Cornflower, gentleness. Huh. There's another one somewhere. Without sacrifice, so you don't need to sacrifice something. Path, Celtic, Jupiter. I love you. Chrysanthemum. Carnation. Where's chrysanthemum? Oh, it's starting to rain again. I'm not seeing it in here. Cyclamen. Resignation or difference. Goodbye. I thought I had chrysanthemum on here. Balance. You'd think I would. I've got every friggin' flower that you can think of. There's 2 pages. Maybe I missed it. It's on the other page. Oh no, it's chrysanthemum. There it is. Chrysanthemum. Red is love. Yellow is slighted love. White is truth. Ah. So maybe truth has been spoken or truth needs to be spoken. Cognition. Knowledge from personal view or experience. So even me telling you this stuff right now, anytime I make a video on YouTube, guys, anytime I divulge information or I share something with you, it's just me reminding myself too. It's just me verifying and acknowledging certain things within myself too. When I put a message out, it's also things that resonate with me too. And if you are resonating with what I'm saying, then there is a connection there, because we are all connected, whether we like it or not, and we're all on different wavelengths or frequency. So who you connect with the most is who you're going to start to mimic, mirror. There's even a point where some people go extreme to embody But it's just energy, guys. It's energy. Okay? Pyrite. A mineral combining sulfur with iron, copper, cobalt. That's also considered... The pyrite looks like gold. It looks like a real form of gold, but it's fool's gold. That's what it's called originally, I think. Maybe somebody you know has talked to you about pyrite, or maybe somebody... Protection. You might want to carry it for you. It's good for creative endeavors. I want that here. Kind of looks like that. Like a gold nug. Only it's got a bit more silver tainted to it. I want to say tainted. Somebody could have been tainting your reputation or your creativity. Tepid. Moderately warm and lukewarm. So whatever it is that you're dealing with now, you're kind of getting in the middle of the two. I'm getting like Goldilocks. Like not too hot, not too cold. Not too hard, not too soft. Not too angry, not too lighthearted. You're kind of in the middle. You could be indifferent. Just be like, something to do with your root chakra as well. The beads. Dismal. A dark, gloomy, doleful, calamitous, and sorrowful. In the past, you could have felt these energies, or this is the sort of energy that you're surrounded by right now. It's not the kind of energy you want to be in. If you have to use any kind of, like pyrites for protection, stimulates intellect, enhances memory, prosperity, wealth, abundance, taking action, overcoming fear, and positive energy. Helps to amplify. So if you're around certain negative vibrational frequencies and you can't get out, right? There are just people you're around, or that's also a choice too. Then I highly suggest that you do something for yourself. Maybe protect and ground yourself. Spoke. A bar of a wheel. The round of a ladder. A bar. This could do with legal matters. To furnish with spokes. And pret of speak. So I'm getting throat chakra as well. But when it comes to the bar, maybe you yourself have passed the bar. It doesn't have to be here in the 3D. This could be something that you have done in the spiritual realm, which has allowed you to go up in ranking. Creative confidence. Okay. Bondage, slavery, or theraldom. Again, something that you might have been bound to. This could pertain to the contract that you were in. If it's null and void, then don't worry about it. If there's things you still need to go over, then definitely go over them with people. Materialize. Thoughts become things. Okay? To reduce to a state of matter, to regard as matter. So it becomes in the 3D. It goes from the astral plane, the whole 5D, the idea of thinking and creating into and manifesting into the 3D. Sometimes we want things to be a certain way, but when we put out the idea of lack, then that's what we're going to get. The opportunity of lack to see how much we truly do have, for the opportunity of gratitude to come in. Pernicious. Having the quality of destroying or injuring, destructive, deadly, and noxious. So any of those negative low vibrational frequencies or entities, return them back to sender, whoever they may be, please. And you don't want to perpetuate that sort of thing. You don't want to keep it going. And that could be self-sabotage as well, that energy. Like fool-like energy. Like you didn't know better. I'm sure we've all been there. Silt. Again, with the whole idea of fool's gold, sifting. A deposit of fine earth from running of sand water to fill with silt. Maybe you're trying to fill a void, something that was empty before, or maybe there's some gaps that need to be filled. Right under silt is silver. So we have gold and we have silver. But pyrite's kind of like, it's not quite gold. It looks like gold, but it's not gold. So is that saying? Silver's the moon, gold's the sun. Masculine, feminine. Umlaut. U-M-L-A-U-T. The change of a vowel in one syllable through the influence of a different vowel in the syllable immediately following. So there could be some form of wordplay, or maybe it's the way you're speaking to other people. Maybe it's the way they're speaking to you. Be very clear in the words if it does come to a contract. Be clear in the words that are spoken. Your intention is everything. So even though you say, I don't like baseball, that's a statement. I don't fucking like baseball. That's a statement with some emphasis on it, and that's got energy behind it and intention. There's a distaste there, right? So it goes from facts to then involving emotion too. And when people play with words, sometimes they can be tricky with their words too. They could say one thing but mean another. Their energy reads completely different. And whether or not they're going to admit to that is a whole other side of the story. Whether or not they're actually going to come out and say how they truly feel or where that energy is coming from is, again, use your discernment, use your intuition. If you're highly intuitive, then you already pick up on these things. What's frustrating is the communication wall. So, yeah, somebody may say something as a statement, but when there's an undertone of something else, where is that coming from, right? And if you call them out on it and they don't want to communicate about it, it's going to make it hard to get past that moment. Resign. That says it in itself. And then underneath, you got resin as well. Inflammable. Vegetable substance. The hardened juice of pines. That's also making me think of sap. Somebody could be a sap for emotions. And underneath, I got resist as well. But it can also be amber too, which is a form for healing. Babies have used it to teeth on. People have worn it around themselves, and amber can be hundreds of millions of years old, billions of years old. It's funny because I got that right here too. That would be grandmother energies for me over here. Amber. Sacral cleanse, balance, stability, helps build wisdom, courage, self-expression, cleared mind, and healing. And there's something else I wrote in there too. Keep in word. Keep in word. Keep in mind the words you write down are powerful too when you're manifesting, especially if you have that gift. There we go. Yeah, so people have used it for teething and they have worn it. Another thing you can use it also is the lapis lazuli. Inner truth, wisdom, release stress, inner peace, dream work, clears the mind, creativity, and self-awareness. There goes them sirens. Right now I've got the rainbow obsidian. Almost like a pupil. Fade. To lose color, strength, or freshness. To wither, to perish, to become indistinct, to cause to wither. So something that you've had, you've let it go bad, you've let it go sour. This could be food in the fridge, or this could just be a metaphor for something else. If you have your gifts, talents, and abilities, don't let them wither away. Don't let them just diminish over time and lose your faith in yourself, or lose your creativity, or lose touch with your inner child, or any of that stuff. Don't let go of who you are and being your authentic self just because the stress of the fucking matrix or this 3D bullshit has you kind of run to the ground, okay? Trust. Reliance, confidence, hope, credit, that which is entrusted, safekeeping, care, management, to rely on, to believe, to entrust, to sell upon credit, to be confident, to have reliance, to confide readily, held in trust. I'm being asked to leave right now. Not by a person. Okay. So take care with yourself. A person's authenticity too is another way of having credit. It's like credit. That's why you give credit where credit's due. It's like a person sticks true to their word, is doing the best they can, is helping other people or service to others, or is a light worker or something like that. Give credit where credit's due. Okay, and if you're doing this for other people and you're not getting the credit, I'll give you the credit. I am telling you right now, if you're trying to help others get through this whole thing and learn together like we're supposed to, as a lesson, teachers and students, then good on you. You're doing a good job. Keep going, okay? If you like my videos, like, share, subscribe. If you wish to talk to me or contact me in any way, use the links provided in YouTube down below. If you want to donate, thank you very much for your donations, whether they be energetically or physically. It doesn't matter. And you're more than welcome to come back on this platform anytime, even if you really don't resonate with some of the things I say, but you're very intrigued and you approach it with like a creative kind of childlike curiosity with me. I appreciate it either way. Thank you for listening. Thank you for stopping by. And yeah, definitely don't let your inner child die.